Let's begin this newscast with Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to France. Prime Minister Modi's three-nation tour to France, Bahrain and UAE began with the French president clearly stating his nation's stand on Kashmir. Macron said that no third party has any role in it. Both leaders addressed the media after their bilateral meeting where wide-ranging discussions were held. French President, while extending condolences for the Pulwama attack, said that all issues between India and Pakistan must be resolved bilaterally.
कश्मीर के बारे में बातचीत की। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने मुझे कश्मीर के बारे में सब कुछ बताया कि जम्मू कश्मीर के हालात के बारे में उन्होंने मुझे समझाया और मैंने उनको कहा कि ये पाकिस्तान और भारत को मिलकर ही इसका निर्णय इस पे इसका कुछ नतीजा निकालना है और हम चाहेंगे कि कोई भी इसमें तीसरा आदमी इसमें इस हालात में कोई मुद्दों को खराब ना करे, कोई भी इसमें हिंसा को भड़काने की बात नहीं करे।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke about ever strengthening Indo-French ties. He hailed the relations between two countries which go back several centuries. He said that sacrifices of Indian soldiers during the First World War is still remembered in France. Prime Minister Modi said that both countries stand shoulder to shoulder with each other in combating menace of terror, and France has played a vital role in helping India combat cross-border terrorism. He said that defence cooperation is a pillar of relationship between both countries.
36 राफेल में से पहला विमान अगले महीने भारत को सौंपा जाएगा। हम टेक्नोलॉजी और को प्रोडक्शन में सहयोग को बढ़ाएंगे। क्रॉस बॉर्डर टेररिज्म का मुकाबला करने में हमें फ्रांस का बहुमूल्य समर्थन और सहयोग मिला है। इसके लिए हम प्रेसिडेंट मैक्रो का धन्यवाद देते हैं।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi and French President Emmanuel Macron met for the fifth time with a focus on climate change, cybersecurity and defence and space cooperation. And Paris backing New Delhi on Kashmir. Both sides also announced that the delivery of Rafale fighter jets will begin next month. A changing world order. The India-France partnership is a promising prospect, not just for Paris, but for New Delhi too. In fact, it wouldn't be wrong to say that France is India's new best friend in the West. France backed India against Pakistan recently at the UN Security Council. France also supported the blacklisting of Masood Azhar. It has also backed tough action against Pakistan at the FATF. Here's a quick recap of where the relationship between India and France stands as of today.
Just a month after he became president, Emmanuel Macron welcomed Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the Élysée or the French presidential palace. Needless to say, there was instant bonhomie between the leaders. This meeting came at an extremely critical time. Just 2 days before Prime Minister Modi's arrival in Paris, US President Donald Trump had announced his plans to withdraw America from the Paris Climate Accord.
The United States will withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord.
Emmanuel Macron and Narendra Modi saw an opportunity. They instantly agreed to join hands on climate change. At the press conference, the French president made this declaration.
Je me rendrai avant la fin de l'année en Inde pour qu'ensemble nous puissions réunir un premier sommet de l'Alliance mondiale solaire qui implique de nombreux pays et qui est un instrument concret et efficace de la lutte contre le réchauffement climatique.
Within months, familiar scenes played out in New Delhi. Prime Minister Modi broke protocol to welcome the French president at the airport. Together, they inaugurated the International Solar Alliance. They travelled to Prime Minister Modi's constituency in Varanasi and even inaugurated a solar plant. Emmanuel Macron declared that India is the first strategic partner of France in South Asia.
Le sens pour moi de ce déplacement, c'est de faire de l'Inde notre premier partenaire stratégique de la région. Et je souhaite que la France soit votre premier partenaire stratégique en Europe et plus largement en Occident, pour toutes les raisons que je viens d'évoquer.
From there, this partnership has grown from strength to strength. Under Prime Minister Modi, India has found a new best friend in France, a country that is a veto-wielding power at the United Nations. And much to New Delhi's delight, France has shown support to India's interest at the World Organization. Paris recently supported India at the Security Council, where Pakistan tried to internationalize the Kashmir issue. It also backed a resolution to blacklist Masood Azhar after the Pulwama terror attack. France also backed tougher FATF sanctions on Pakistan. Needless to say, France has been a steady partner for India.
France was actually the very first country with which India engaged into a strategic partnership in 1998. And it's not by chance. We've built with India over the past 7 decades a relationship that has always been based on a large amount of trust, which is in today's world a value that is probably the most important. We've always been with India in easy moments, which is easy, but also in difficult times. We've been and always a partner for India.
While India's partnership with France dates back to 1947, it's only in recent years that the French diplomats have gained diplomatic currency in New Delhi. As many as 5 French presidents have been chief guests for India's Republic Day. France has supported India's bid for a permanent seat at the UN Security Council, as well as for a membership of the Nuclear Suppliers Group. Beyond strategic cooperation, India and France are now working closely in defence cooperation. The hallmark of this partnership has been the Rafale deal, an agreement that was worth 58,000 crores. India will get its first delivery of the Rafale jet in September this year. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
Now, shifting focus to other international stories, the head Taliban spokesman has made a rather shocking statement about the death of 2 U.S. service members in Afghanistan and the 9/11 attacks. He said that the death of the soldiers will have a positive impact on peace talks and that Al-Qaeda may not be responsible for 9/11. Both these explosive statements come at a time when the U.S. and Taliban have completed 8 rounds of talks since late last year in Doha. The statements were made in Qatar in an interview with an American news network. Sohail Shaheen, who is the chief Taliban spokesperson, said that it is still not known who was behind the 9/11 attacks. On the deaths of 2 U.S. service members in Afghanistan yesterday, Shaheen said that it should have a positive impact on ongoing peace talks between the Taliban and the United States. According to Shaheen, the deaths are a reminder of how important the negotiations are in order to stop the violence. Now, the 2 U.S. service members were killed in what officials say was a firefight in Afghanistan yesterday. No further details have been given about the attack. The total number of U.S. service people to lose their lives in the Afghan conflict this year is 14. That number is already higher than all of last year. More than 2,400 U.S. military personnel have died in Afghanistan since the war began in 2001.